G'day guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Danny Bird and I am a PGA professional. If you're new to the channel, welcome and I hope you consider subscribing. For those of you returning, hopefully my previous videos are helping your golf game improve. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through a very simple greenside training routine that you can do. If you happen to be time poor or you're struggling with your short game around that greenside, what I'm going to show you today will be of great help, okay? Really simple, very easy to do. You only need access to a couple of golf clubs, 20 golf balls at the absolute most, maybe an alignment stick, and a surface in which you can chip onto. If you can find yourself those items, you can make yourself a lot better around the greenside and you will see your scores improve. What are you waiting for? Let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, we're going to find a spot on the practice green. I'm actually here out on the golf course because that practice green is actually being used at the moment. So you're going to find yourself a nice quiet spot. And the beginning of the training session, we're going to be looking at our technique. Now this is something that I really encourage all players to work on. Find a particular drill that you might be working on through your coach, or maybe you just have watched yourself and you're aware of some movements you're making. You may want to make some minor adjustments. This is the time to do it. You'll notice here that I've got an alignment stick, two clubs, so two wedges here, my 56 and my 60 on the ground, and I've got a tube of 20 golf balls. We don't need any more than 20 golf balls when we're working around the green, honestly, because any more than that either gets too monotonous and we don't really focus on what we're doing, or we end up just putting too many golf balls around the hole and ultimately our target shrinks and becomes a lot harder to hit. And you know, we do want the golf ball to be trying to go into the hole. Nothing better than hitting a chip shot that finishes in the bottom of the cup to boost your confidence. So starting point here, I've picked a really basic chip shot. I've got my 56 degree. I know what I'm personally struggling with, so I'm gonna walk you through that in a moment. So we're gonna place the golf balls down on the ground. I'm gonna get myself into my setup position. And one of the things that I struggle with a little bit is that I tend to kind of have the club head work a little bit too far inside, okay? So I'd like to feel like the club's a little bit outside, hands a little bit closer. So what I'm going to do is with my trail hand here, I'm gonna set myself in a position where I think I would like to be. With that in mind, I'm then going to take my alignment stick and just like we would for a full swing, position it in the ground at the same angle of the shaft for the 56 degree here. Just going to empty out some golf balls. One of the things that I will advocate with players is try to work on your short game with the same golf balls that you'd use on the golf course. So I use TaylorMade TP5 golf balls. Here I've got the TP5 stripe golf ball, okay? Really important that we're getting used to the feel, the spin, the flight, the rollout, all those sorts of things. So we've got our positioning here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have that red alignment stick. You'll see here, I don't actually have it in position, okay? So the club is still gonna be able to work a little bit inside, but it's there as a reference point. So when I get into my setup position, my hands try and stay close. Just try and feel like the club head's going to work a little bit more outside the red line there. These shots that we're about to hit, they don't have to be perfect, okay? We're really just trying to improve the technique a little bit here. So get ourselves into setup. So into our setup position, as you can see, this is a better view. You can see how far away the red alignment stick is. So I'm not going to hit it. Honestly, I'm not a massive fan of having them so close that I'm going to hit them unless your technique really desires it. And if it does, I would actually probably suggest that, we go and work on away from the golf ball, just work on moving the club more functionally. So just going to get that nice rhythm, get that technique. That's the first part, okay? The second part to the training, we're going to really focus on trying to hit the shots close, but from various lies around the green. Okay, so we've hit our 20 shots, and I have shortened that up for the purpose of the video. We've hit our 20 shots and we've just solely focused on the technique, the technical work that we want to do. This next part now, I'm just going to take my 20 golf balls in the tube. I'm just going to scatter them in different lies around the green. It's at this point now, I'm really trying to see about, can I hit the golf ball close to my intended target from various lies. So we're going to take that technical work we've done and apply just a small amount of pressure with just a little bit of focus and really an outcome in mind. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to go 3 random shots, 3 different lie types. At this point, we're going to go through a little bit of a routine. So 56 degree, front flag, a little bit of green to work with there. Probably just not to land this up on the edge of the green, just at the front part. So work through the technique, think about what we're trying to do. A little bit hot. We'll then think about that for this next one, coming out the rough, come out a little bit low. Actually got a bit of a better lie here, so might go ball forward in the stance, just a smidge, try to get a little bit of height on this one. A little bit better there. Final one, sitting down a little bit closer to the green here. Might try something a little bit different. We're going to just try and hit a little low one. So a little low skidder, a little bit through the grass there. So 2 of the shots we were able to use the technique that we've been working on in our technical aspect. But the third one, they're sitting down low, really didn't allow for the shot. So we're trying to, one, do the technical work, but I still need you guys to think a little bit outside the box. If the shot doesn't allow for it, there's no point in ingraining a shot type or ingraining into your mind that that swing doesn't work, when the reality is the shot itself perhaps called for a little bit of variation. Then after we've hit those 20 shots around the green, we're going to move on to our final 20 shots. So when we get to the final part of our session, so our final 20 shots, I've got 3 golf balls here to demonstrate. We're going to create a game. Now the game you play is entirely up to you, okay? So we've gone through our technical phase, okay? We've tried to ingrain a better movement to help us hopefully hit those chip shots closer. Then we move into a little bit more of a randomised phase, so throwing the golf ball around the green, still trying where we can to use that technique we've been working on, but again, being aware that we might have to change the technique for the shot outcome. And then the final part is really about trying to get as close to the hole as possible through gameplay. Now, you can either do up and downs or variations. I love to do a game called proximity. So essentially what we're going to do is pick a few random shots. So one of the things, I'll pick the same location here, but I'll throw the ball down so we're not really preferring our lie. And then from these 3 shots that we face here, we're going to hit the golf ball. So you might want to do this in blocks of either 2, or you can do it in blocks of 5. You're then going to hit those shots, pace off how far away they are from the hole, and get an average distance, so an average proximity from the hole. And the goal is, over the course of your training, whether it be over the course of, you know, in 1 week, you might do multiple sessions, maybe it's over the course of a month in training, you're going to really keep stats on how close you're hitting it. So 3 shots, pretty simple. Tight green, I say it's simple, tight green side, a few little variations in the lie here. We're going to want you to go through your process, think about what you're doing, think about the shot outcome. We want to hit this close, pick our landing spot, look at the lie of the land. Not too bad. Again, avoiding trying to prefer the lie. This one not sitting down, or sitting down a little bit there, but we'll try and play the same technique that we've been working on. Hopefully it won't have too big an effect. Not too bad there. And we get into that final shot. Again, really focused on where I'm trying to land it. That's going to dictate the tempo. So then we have our 3 shots. We're going to go up, we're going to measure them out. We're going to get ourselves an average proximity, maybe even consider the distance that you started from. And then you can work out what range are you maybe struggling with. Maybe it's 20 meters, maybe it's 10 meters, maybe it's 7 meters. Find that number where you might be struggling, and we can maybe focus a little bit more of our work on that particular space. Well, you can see here, so we've got our 3 shots, 1 and a bit, 1 and a half there. So if we were to say 3 feet, 3.5 feet, half a foot, it's fairly safe to say that we're averagely hitting that chip shot, which when paced out was 17 meters. So that 17 meter greenside chip shot, we're averagely hitting to 3 feet. Now, as you should have noticed, it's really important that you're going to kind of randomize the lie. So just throw the golf ball down. You might get 3 amazing lies if you're doing blocks of 3. You might do blocks of 5 and get 5 terrible lies. When you're on the golf course and playing, if you're not playing, you know, lift, clean and place or preferred lie at your golf club, the reality is you're going to face whatever you face. And if you're training to be able to play through those shots, identify those lies, and therefore hit the shot that the lie requires, you will be surprised how much better your short game shots will be, how much closer you'll hit those shots, and how much lower your scores will get, therefore reducing your handicap, and hopefully, above all else, enjoying your game when you're out playing. As always, guys, I do appreciate you taking time to watch today's video, and I really do hope that my videos are helping you enjoy golf more, improve your golf game, and hopefully helping your knowledge base just increase a little bit when it comes to ways of improving out on course or in your training sessions itself. If you did like today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Those little thumbs up go miles to helping the channel grow, my videos reach more people, and hopefully help more people enjoy the game. If you have a question about today's video or just like to leave a comment in general, please feel free to do so. As you'll see in all my videos, I always get back personally to any comments that are left. If you have a friend, family member, playing partner who's happening to struggle with their improvement around the greens, or maybe they're just not getting their handicap as low as they would like to, please consider sharing this video with them. It might be what makes all the difference to them. If you haven't already, do not forget to subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure you get that little bell tick, because that will notify you when I drop videos, which is each and every week. Until next time, guys, happy golfing.